Ryan Reynolds proving you can turn scams into sponsorships. Why go out to dinner with Blake when you can have this? I mean, at this point, Ryan's relationship with Blake is a cameo. He's the CEO of Avoiding Date Nights. Ryan's like, babe, I don't have time for date night. I'm busy buying the concept of disappointment itself. His side hustle is ignoring Blake. Only Ryan would look at Fire Festival and think, this is Coachella, but with more character development. I can story tell about this one. Ryan's motto is work hard, play hard, and avoid hanging out with Blake harder. I mean, at this point, Blake has to buy stock in Aviation Gin just to see him in the office. At least Deadpool regenerates. Fire Festival is still dead. And Blake is like, oh great, another company that you can love more than you love me. Womp womp womp. Ryan's like, why hang out with my wife when I can go and get into the festival business and buy the worst festival that ever existed on the face of the planet? How much did this upset Blake? Because Ryan has a phone company, a gin company, a soccer company, and then he wanted to buy the worst supposed festival that ever existed on the planet. He'd rather do everything but hang out with his actual wife.